Okay guys, I thought that I would welcome you to tonight's vlog. When I say vlog, it's more of a sit down video. I do apologise, I'm just going to quickly just explain why we've not been vlogging for the last couple of days. It's just been, we've just needed a break, so we just had some time off and got some stuff done in the house. The thing is, that people have to understand when you're a vlogger is, obviously this isn't our full-time job. For some people this is their full-time job, so they have to get up in the morning and they have to vlog. That is their source of income, where if this was our source of income, then obviously it would be our priority to get up every day and do a vlog, or at least put something up. But it's not, unfortunately it's just not. We would like it to be, but I don't think it's ever going to be. But, you know, it's nice. We like sharing stuff with you and we share as much as we can. We've just had a couple of days where there was stuff that we needed to get done in the house, and it seems like you're trying to get so much done and then you just forget about the camera, and by the time you know it, it's like 4 or 5 o'clock, and then you think, sugar, what am I going to vlog now? And usually I would try and throw something together, but I don't really like doing that, because the whole point of vlogging is showing you guys what we do for when we get up. Well, not even for when we get up, but what is going on in our daily lives, like from early on in the day, not like making a vlog that's starting at 5 o'clock and then making a vlog out of it. But, you know, sometimes we can do that, like if we're doing something with the kids, if they were baking or if they were making something, then that's a little bit different, because that is something that we can just put as a task, as a vlog for the day. But I was just feeling so drained and tired, and like I said in a vlog a couple of days ago, the one reason we've stopped putting at the end of the vlogs is we just felt like we were dedicated to putting a vlog up every single day. By saying that, even though we still kind of remember that quote, because, you know, we do try and do it every single day, and I'm sure there will come to a point where we will carry on doing it every single day, but it's just not that easy when you're pregnant. And remember last time I was pregnant, I was stressing myself out and I was just thinking, oh, what am I going to do? And yeah, I just don't want to feel like that this time. I don't want to feel like I'm pressurised into doing a vlog, although I do love vlogging and I hate it when I don't put a vlog up. But many of you know there is just so much going on around us as well, that, you know, we're trying to just concentrate on that, and some days we just can't vlog anyway, so a couple of them days were for them reasons. So rather than us be saying we do this every single day, it's just easier for the time being until we've got more of a steady routine to just be able to work around our own routines and whatever we want to do. But it's been a crazy week anyway, but I'll fill you in with that on tomorrow's vlog. As you can see, I'm just sat in Portia's bedroom. Got the ring light on, but I think it's too bright. If it is, let me know. But if I turn it up anymore, like, it's blinding. This ring light is so good. I think I'm going to have to get another one, and because I have got a ring light, it's exactly the same, but this one is more powerful. This is one that we got for Chloe. I think Imogen bought this one. We did buy one, but it broke. But it's just so strong. Like, that's low, and that feels like it's blinding me. Anyway, enough of that. I thought we'd do a little bit of a pregnancy, first trimester, kind of catch up. It's not going to be like anything specific. I'm just going to go through a couple of things that have just been going on since I got pregnant. So, as most of you know, I will be 20 weeks pregnant coming up. So, I'm looking forward to doing my 20 weeks. I'm looking forward to doing the second trimester, because it's a bit more updating in that one. Especially just like emotional, and yeah, it's just a bit crazy. But I just want to go through a couple of things now and just kind of update. So we found out I was pregnant around the 21st of July, which seems like forever ago. It seems like we only found out I was pregnant a couple of weeks ago, and I'm almost halfway through. Well, I am literally halfway through my pregnancy as of 48 hours. So it's just gone so fast. Before you know it, the baby is going to be here. And I can't say that I'm going to be chuffed because the baby's here, because I feel like I want to enjoy this pregnancy, and I think that's why I'm taking more time out, although all the symptoms and just everything else is just kind of ruining it anyway. So hopefully that wears off later on. But anyway, we'll go through a couple of things. I've put some notes down on my phone that I can just go through, like up until like 10 weeks. I know like your first trimester is up to about 12 weeks, I think, but I've only really, to be fair, all the symptoms were mainly up to about 10, 11 weeks, so, and then they've just been kind of the same anyway, apart from like the last couple of weeks. It's just been crazy. So anyway, I thought I'd just, yeah, we'll just go through like stuff. So when I found out I was pregnant, it was really crazy how I found out I was pregnant. David actually made me some breakfast, and it was cheese on toast, and I just really fancied it. So I said to him, can you make me some cheese on toast? Obviously at this point we didn't know I was pregnant. This was 7 days before I was due on my period. So sorry if you can hear the kids shouting, but the kids are just having, well, get shouted for the tea. So it was really crazy because I got him to make me this cheese on toast, and I had it, and it was like the most amazing thing I'd ever eaten. And within about, I'd say, literally 3-4 minutes, I had never felt so nauseous than what I did that day. It was so warm as well, because the sun was out, and it was just beaming hot, and I just felt dead clammy. I was just sweating, and I just felt sick, and I was just, ugh. I said to Dave, something's just not right. I've just ate that cheese on toast, and I just do not feel right. So I'd sat outside on the bench that we've got in the garden, and in fact I didn't sit on it, I lay on it because I felt like rubbish, and I lay there, and it was so funny because I just kind of lay there like this on this chair, and I was like, I swear I'm pregnant. And is that it? No, we keep saying this every month. You're probably not. It's probably just all in your own head, and you're probably just feeling sick because you've had some cheese on toast and it's not agreed with you, or you're probably getting a bug. I was just kind of like, no, I just don't feel right. I think we should go and get a pregnancy test. So I made him go out first and get a cheap pregnancy test. And we did that pregnancy test. And I think I've got a picture of that. If you have, I'll put it here. We did that pregnancy test first, and it came up with a really faint line. My sister was here that day actually. And then it came up with a faint line. I was like, oh, I'll just leave it a couple of days. But you know when you just sit there and you're just like, oh, I'm just so eager, I just want to know. And I just went, no, we're going to buy a clear blue. If I'm pregnant, it's going to show up. We're going to be able to tell. It's going to either say pregnant or not pregnant. So we just sat there with that like dreaded feeling, because it feels like we've done so many pregnancy tests since obviously we lost the baby last year, and it's just so upsetting and draining every time you get a negative test, especially when you have that glimmer of hope because you're getting these symptoms and possibly be pregnant. But the thing is, when it's that time of the month for me, I get all symptoms like I'm pregnant. So I was kind of like that, and I just thought, you know what harm is it going to do a pregnancy test? And yeah, that is how we found out. We went and got a clear blue, did it, and then it came up 1 to 2 weeks. I've also got a picture of that, so I'll show you. Obviously this wasn't the second that we took it, because it was just a crazy moment. We just walked in. I'd actually walked outside, and Dave had hold of it, and then I came back in, and Dave was just like stood there in shock, and I was like, the look on his face was almost like he was looking at me as if to say it's negative though. So I kind of went, is it negative? And he went, no, it's positive. And it said like 1 to 2 weeks, and I just burst out into tears. And even Oscar was crying. So I was crying even more then. And then Alfie was at it, and I was like, oh, look at us all just sat here crying. I did mention in the vlog when we did the announcement, but you know, it was just one of them moments, and even thinking back to it just like brings a tear to my eye. But it was just really cute. It was so special as well, because they were so gutted when I miscarried, and we wasn't going to tell them straight away. We were going to wait until we were 12 weeks. but it's so hard to keep secrets in this house, especially you can't ring anyone because there's always a child around, or there's always somebody around. It's not even like you can go outside and do it, because you're guaranteed, because I have to have like so many blood tests throughout the pregnancy, that a midwife or a doctor will ring. One of the kids will answer the phone like, oh, it's just a midwife. So it was just easier to tell him, but you know, we told him from the start, do not get your hopes up, because we really do not know what's going to happen because of what happened last time. So, you know, let's just play it by ear and not like look forward to anything. It's been real hard, because we've only just at 20 weeks felt like we've been able to relax more and enjoy it. I mean, we've got a scan this week, so you're still kind of anxious, because you know, this is the final scan. This is where you're going to find out if there's anything wrong with the baby, and so it's still worrying, but you know, we're at that. I feel more safe now. I feel like, you know, it's time to chill now. We can relax, and we're going to have a baby. So anyway, so most of my main symptoms was extreme tiredness. Couldn't move. I was so tired. I was so drained. It was really weird, because I kind of had like 5 days feeling like that, and then all of a sudden I'd have this 1 day burst of energy and be like, oh yeah, I'm feeling okay today, but then the next day I'd be like, oh, could I just feel the same again? But yeah, that was like, I suppose that just comes with any pregnancy. I think when I was pregnant with Aurora, I didn't get the tiredness until I got to 12 weeks, tiredness and real bad headaches with her. This time it was just like a delayed reaction. Like, I wasn't tired when, well, I kind of was tired, but I just thought that was naturally just feeling tired, because it was that time of the month and it was going to be due on in like a week. So I just didn't think nothing of that, but it wasn't like extreme. But then when I got to about 4 weeks, it was just like, it just kicked in. It was just like I just got slapped in the face, like, whoa, you know, tiredness just hit me. But yeah, it was crazy. Nausea, I didn't really be sick at all. It was more the feeling of being sick, and it wasn't like in the morning or at night. It would just come on at random times. So it's still like that now. Still every now and again I feel sick, but more now like after I've eaten something. But then like between up to 12 weeks, it was never like a specific time. It was never like morning sickness or night sickness. It would just come on randomly. So it could be like 2 o'clock in the afternoon or 6 o'clock, or when I got in bed, I'd just get in bed and all of a sudden just feel sick, and I'd be like out for a couple of hours and then it'd ease off. I preferred it when I got it later at the night, because and then I didn't feel sick in the day. I'd feel sick before I go to bed, and then it'd ease off, and then I'd just go to sleep. So it was all good. But yeah, morning sickness was just a little bit messed up. So we were kind of trying to guess the gender, and we just couldn't, because usually they say like loads of morning sickness, like being sick is, I think it's a girl, and then if it's not very much, then it's boy. But because mine was just all over the show, we couldn't really decide. Mood swings. My mood swings, poor Dave. Seriously, I think if I would have got pregnant, if this would have been my first pregnancy with Dave, he would never have let me get pregnant again. That poor guy has dealt with some mood swings with this pregnancy. I've hated him, I've loved him, I've wanted to kick him out, he's put up with so much. I feel sorry for him. Bless him. I think I've had him in tears a couple of times because I've really been that horrible, and I feel really, really guilty for just like saying that, but I have just been really horrible in this pregnancy. Not like I've not purposely wanted to be like that, but one minute I'd just be fine and the next minute I'd just snap, like, not snap like, I'd just be like, I don't know, it could be anything. Like if he's not put the soap powder back in the right place, or he's not put it the right way, or he's not put socks in the washing basket, just a bit like the kids. Yeah, just go crazy. I don't know. It was literally anything. The poor guys put up with it. When I first got pregnant, I had a really, really bad metallic taste in my mouth. And I know that a metallic taste comes with twin pregnancy. Now, when we first went for our scan, there was what looked like 2 sacs and 2 fetuses. When we went back to the next scan, there was only 1. There was quite a big bleed around the other one anyway, so we think that it was like a vanishing twin syndrome. That was a private scan, so I was a bit gutted because I wish we would have gone to the hospital because it doesn't get recorded. We would have had like more tests done, or we would have had more scans and stuff like that. So, which I have had a vanishing twin syndrome before, I just can't carry twins anyway. So from getting pregnant, like my first pregnancy, when I ever got pregnant, before I even had Chelsea, was a twin pregnancy, and we lost both of the twins at, I think one was 12 weeks and the other one was 17 weeks, almost 17 weeks. And they just said because of the frame of my body, it just can't cope with what it needs to cope with because I was so thin at the time. I mean, I'm not a big girl now anyway, but I mean, like, they just said like my body is just inside, it's just not capable of carrying twins. So I'm a little bit gutted about that. Like I said, that was one of the signs, having the metallic taste in my mouth. So that made me think straight away, I wonder if it is a twin pregnancy. The other thing was, a lot of you would have seen, I started showing really quickly. Like at around 8 weeks, I was massive. Like I looked like I was almost ready to give birth. Now, you wouldn't think over the past, I'd say about last month, I would say I've grown a little bit, but if anything, I feel like I've lost weight, not gained it. It's really weird. But yeah, so the metallic taste in my mouth and the weight gain was like we were having twins. But I'm happy with one. As you know, a lot of you, we miscarried last year, so it was absolutely heartbreaking. So, you know, to have a little rainbow baby, 1 or 2, we wasn't bothered anyway. We're just happy that, you know, we're pregnant and the baby's healthy. That is all that matters. Sore breast. It's been really weird this, because my boobs haven't been sore, but they just blew up like there is no tomorrow. I literally have had to buy a bra every other week because they got that big, but now they seem to be going back down again. And the other thing is, it wasn't like my boobs that were sore, it was the ends. They killed. Like, you couldn't touch it. I couldn't touch it. I couldn't, like, even putting my bra on, you had to be careful how I put it on, because if I didn't put it on in a certain way, it was like somebody had hit him with an hammer. It's just been really strange, this pregnancy. I keep saying to Dave, we're going to go to that 20-week scan and that doctor's going to tell us it's another baby. But yeah, it's just been, I don't know whether it's just because I'm getting old, or I wouldn't say I'm getting old, but I'm getting older, so obviously hormones are different, your body's different, your body reacts to things differently. It's just been a strange first, like, trimester. It was really strange. Indigestion and heartburn. I've not really had any indigestion or heartburn through this pregnancy. Only if I eat, oh sorry, I'm lying. I did have some heartburn on certain things that I drink, or anything that was, it could be spicy, but if it had a certain spice in it, I would get heartburn. But one of the main things that gave me heartburn was Lucozade, and it also knocked me sick, that as well. No matter how many times I drank that, I would start shaking, I would get heartburn, and I'd just feel sick. So I just avoided that, but now I'm fine. I know you're not really meant to drink Lucozade when you're pregnant because it's got like quite a lot of glucose in it and stuff like that, but it's one of the only drinks that I like, so that was why I used to get it. But since, I'm craving a different drink, so I'm going to save that though, because like all the best bits are for me second trimester. As you know, when I was pregnant with Aurora, if you're new to this and you've not watched them vlogs, I think I might have done a couple of updates when I was pregnant with Aurora, but I suffered with headaches every single day for months with her. It was so bad. I don't even think, like, it was so hard to vlog because if I sat up, my head hurt. So I tried lying down the majority of her pregnancy between the times that I had them headaches, and I think that was like between 12 weeks and 16 weeks. It was so bad. I've never ever suffered with headaches like that through my pregnancy, and only with Portia. I was really bad with Portia, but this time I've not really had any headaches. I think I've had a couple every now and again, but nothing major. So, you know, thank the Lord. One of the other things that made me think that it could probably have been a twin pregnancy was not only like the metallic taste and the weight gain, but the other thing was I felt really dizzy every time I stood up, and it just felt like I had to sit down. So it was really, really strange how strong them symptoms were when I found out I was pregnant. And, you know, the metallic taste had actually started about a week before I found out I was pregnant. What I thought it was at first, I thought it could have been the taste of one of my fillings, because obviously they're metal. And I thought, I wonder if like one of them needs replacing, and the taste is just coming off one of them. But it stayed, like it was there like literally every day. It was, and sometimes when I swallowed, it was like I was swallowing blood, and I didn't have any blood in my mouth, but it just felt like I was drinking blood most of the time. It's crazy. Our body just does the most strangest things for pregnancies. I don't think I had any like major symptoms that made me go, oh, I must be pregnant. The only one thing was like eating that cheese on toast that made me sit there and think, yeah, maybe I could be pregnant, because it's very rare that I eat something and feel sick, because I love my food, seriously. And to be fair, I hadn't eaten cheese on toast for a long time. I wouldn't say a long time, but a couple of months. And it's very rare that I just like randomly go, oh, I really fancy cheese on toast, or if I've not had it for ages. Usually somebody else has had it and I've seen it and then I want it. It's not something that I'd sit there and think about, oh, I've not had cheese on toast for ages, so I'll just have some cheese on toast. That day, I just woke up and I thought, oh, I could just eat cheese on toast. And you know, when you're eating it and it just tastes like you're in heaven, especially when you're pregnant, you really want something. It's like you go to heaven. And then it just gets thrown in your face and say, yeah, well, you might have liked it, but I sure didn't. So that was how it was. But yeah, most of the first 12 weeks, apart from that, them symptoms were pretty much okay. Most of the time I had energy, so, well, I wouldn't say I had energy, I did have energy. I had enough energy to kick myself up the arse and say, if you don't get up, you're not going to do anything. So I just pushed and pushed and pushed myself and thought, you know what, if you get up every day and you get things done, the days are going to go quicker. And yeah, it worked, because I'm feeling a hell of a lot better now. I'm starting to feel healthier again, trying to get my hair sorted out. As you can tell, I've dyed it and it probably still looks a little bit yellow, but I'm having it done again this week, and then it's having a toner put on it, so it's going to be more of an ashy colour when it's finished. But I've been feeling a lot better. I've gone on like a bit of a healthy pregnancy diet that you can go on, which I've been researching, which I will talk to you more about in second trimester. And also, hopefully this week I'm going to start exercising, only light exercise, so it's just going to be like stepping off and going for walks and just doing some light weights, really. But yeah, so another thing is, through my pregnancy I suffer with a condition called Nausea, which is really hard to explain, but basically it's when you and your baby share the same blood group, and sometimes your body can try to fight the pregnancy. Doesn't always happen. It's very rare, so they can't control it if they catch it early enough. So I have quite a lot of blood tests done to monitor how high or whether it's staying steady, that like level is going. Luckily through this pregnancy they did find it quite early on, but it did manage to settle like quite early as well, which is really good. So hopefully that just stays there, doesn't go any higher, because sometimes, well, it can be dangerous. So that is why they have to keep an eye on it, because it could become life-threatening for you and your baby, especially if your own body tries to attack your pregnancy. So that is one of the symptoms that I have to deal with, and I have had to deal with that since getting pregnant with Alpha. I don't know why it started just when I got pregnant with him. I'd never ever suffered with it through any of my other pregnancies, but they said sometimes it just happens, and then for some reason it just never leaves your body, so it just continues with other pregnancies. And yeah, I just don't understand. All these babies are like having the same blood group as me. So that is one of the things. I think the last thing is like cravings and stuff like that. I don't think I've really had any specific cravings. Like, I've not been hooked on something continuously. It's always, I don't know what it is, but my last couple of pregnancies have all been the same, and that's why it's really hard to work out, are you having a girl or having a boy? Because it was a bit more easier with a Vanellope and Aurora, because I craved quite a lot of sweet stuff with them. But this time it's really like, it's in between. I crave some sweet stuff and I crave some savoury stuff. So it's just, yeah, this is just going to be one of them awkward pregnancies where you just can't guess the sex. But something is telling me that it's going to be a girl. Something just tells me it's going to be a girl. Dave just likes producing females, so I've just got a feeling. If it's a boy, I will be shocked and obviously over the moon, because I would like a boy. I'm not saying like I've got a specific sex that I want, a girl or a boy. I think I would prefer the baby just to be healthy. I'm not really fussed about the sex, but I would like a boy more for the boys, because they've had to deal with two sisters last, so it'd be nice for them to get a little brother. But at the same time, girls are just so cute, and you can just dress them like really cute. It's really hard to dress boys. I mean, you can dress them cute, but it is really hard to dress boys. It's so much easier to put an outfit together for a girl, or I think it is. Don't know if anybody else thinks the same. Some people prefer to have a boy because they feel like they can dress a boy better than a girl, but I just feel like, in my opinion, after having 6 girls, that I've always found it easier to dress them. It's just always, that's just the way it's been. I mean, they've always had nice clothes for boys. I think, like, when I was having Mason, when I was pregnant with Mason, all the baby clothes in that year were nice, no matter what shop you went into. It was probably one of the best years for baby stuff. And even Next did the best baby stuff then. And I've never ever seen it like that before. And it's never been like that since. So, I mean, Next do some lovely stuff, and so does Gap, and so does, you know, I think it's called the White Wardrobe or something like that. I can't remember. It's a store that I've got quite a few bits from for Aurora. But yeah, it's just it's been really hard. It's really hard to try and guess. I know we need to do like the predictor. I think we should do that this week with the kids. I think that'd be a really good blog to do, you know, to see whether they can guess a sex. Yeah, I just thought I'd fill you in with that. But like cravings, I've not really craved on anything in particular. It has just been like random stuff. So I can't even like say, oh yeah, well I craved on this and I craved on that. I'm trying to think of if there was anything that I really wanted when I was early in my pregnancy. I think it was more like fruit, strawberries, curries, Maltesers. You know, I just can't think. I think it's really hard to as well, especially when you've not had anything like that, like a go-to craving that you need every single day. But yeah, they are like more. I do crave a lot more now. This baby likes a lot of things, so like I said, you're gonna find out about that in the second trimester video that I do. So yeah, the joys of being pregnant. But I just wanted to fill you in with the first trimester. I hope like that answers a lot of people's questions. If you have got any questions that you want to ask me, any symptoms, how I'm feeling, or anything else, then please leave a comment below, and I will be sure to answer as many questions as I can. Not that there's many people that message us anymore, because they probably think we're not putting the vlog up. But yeah, it would be nice if you start asking us some questions, or even put some ideas of videos you want to see the kids do over Christmas. It can be painting, cooking, anything, you know. So we've got some ideas of things to do for you guys that you really want to see. But I'm going to love you and leave you. Like I said, I do apologise that we've been missing for a couple of days, but we are back now. We have been vlogging today, so there is some for tomorrow, but we ended up going to Dave's mum's, spending about 4 hours there, so we've missed like 4 hours out of the day anyway, and I forgot to take the camera with me, so it's just crazy. Anyway, we've got some more Christmas decorations for tonight, so you'll be able to see what else we've got done, and you will get to see things that we've been doing the last couple of days that we've not been vlogging, so I will show you them as well in tomorrow's vlog. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this little sit down video with me. Maybe we could do more in this bedroom. I kind of like this bedroom, it's dead cosy. But I'm going to love you and leave you and see you guys tomorrow. I'm going to go and get a nice hot chocolate, and then I'm going to go and get in the shower, then I'm going to edit, because seriously, weddings have just gone crazy. I've got so many weddings booked in for next year that is unbelievable. I want to try and get 2 weddings in a month. Obviously I'm not going to be doing, I probably will do March, the beginning of March, but then I won't be doing April or May, so I'll be having time with the baby. But unfortunately there is no rest for the wicked. So we have to keep going. But yeah, I'm going to love you and leave you, and thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in tomorrow's vlog. Good night guys, love you all.